to those in American Samoa or Samoa, Australia, Aotearoa. So aloha kako. I see more joining from Ka'u. So oya no. So hola mua kako. And let's see. Back. Okay. So I had another question. So can you put one in the chat and let us know if you have ever visited Kahiki or Tahiti? So put a one in the chat if you have ever visited. Anyone? I have. I really enjoyed it and loved being there in Papaete, and then also got to go to Moorea. I would love to go visit my friends that now live in Rangiroa, to Rereura and to Anthony Manawis and the Ohana there. I would love to go visit. So I see a few people have been to Tahiti, but you know, many of us get to visit Tahiti through mele, through the dances. I mean, so many people love, you know, just being a part of the Tahitian culture, like our own here in Hawaii. We have so many different pupuori that share the culture with us. And I know now we're live on Facebook, so aloha kako e na ohana ma Facebook. And of course, mahalo again to those that have joined us here on Zoom, and then some maybe on YouTube. So holo mo kako. So I wanted to first say aloha again, and my name is Malia Nobriga Oliveira. I'm tuning in from Hanapepe, Kauai. And I'm really excited to have two of my friends that are also here in Kauai, and I'm going to unmute them so they can ho'olauna themselves. Tell us where you guys joining in from, and Yorana.
Yorana.
So Vi, maybe we'll start with you. Go ahead, you just tell us, you know, where you're tuning in from, maybe a little bit about your ohana and stuff.
Okay, sure. Aloha, everybody out there. I'm Vai Pu'ilani. I'm live and direct here from the Ahupua'a of Na'vilivili. And so we're on the opposite end of the world. We're all touching, like we have our own Kauai triangle going on, it seems like. I am actually a teacher right now at Kaneakua School doing the Ike Hawaii program, but it's been such an honor to be part of this program and share our mele kahiki, since that's one of our favorite places to go to and visit. So yeah.
Mahalo Vai. Keoua.
Aloha, my name is Keoua Kaneakua. I actually go by Nick. And when I went to Tahiti a few years back, my mom introduced everybody in Tahiti to me as Keoua. So everybody in Tahiti knows me as Keoua, and here they call me Nick. Currently, I'm on lockdown, so I'm not working. But I am not on lockdown. I'm actually, I have a Tahitian dance group, a dance school, and we are in two places. We teach on the east side, and we teach on, well, actually east side, Kapa'a and Lihue.
Oh, nice. And Vi, I was going to ask you a quick question. How did you get involved with maybe like Tahitian music or being a musician in general? Like, how did that get introduced to you?
That's, well, it's funny because actually Nick and I both started off when we was young in high school. Believe it or not, this body used to ori Tahiti, okay? And that was a long time ago. Now she just ori Tahiti in her mind. But that was my involvement. We had a very strong connection for whatever reason, especially knowing how much Kauai loved the Tahitian culture with the Kauai Tahiti Fete, you know, present during those times back in the day. It was such a huge thing. And for those of you that are watching, and even you, Malia, you probably was one of that often frequented the festivals. Eventually, after that, I also expanded with my love for Polynesian music, and also shared with different luau's throughout the island, and with Tihati. So shout out to the Tihati Ohana, and also helping Nicholas with his Ori Uvira dance troupe. So it's been an ever-going, ongoing thing. Definitely wanting to perpetuate that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you know, I don't remember when the Kauai Tahiti Fete started, but I know, I mean, when I was young and I was dancing with Mrs.
Oh, see?
Punua, Mrs.
Okay.
Punua,
She was
I,
in the pets too.
yeah, like, oh my gosh, like you said, this body used to dance too.
Yeah.
So, you know, my Asian skirt that I recently got rid of, that was from the baby's time. I mean, could probably only fit around my leg right now. But that was how little I was at the time. But yes, Tahitian has definitely been thriving here on Kauai and has been, I mean, so many people continue it today. And so, Nick, maybe you can say too, like, how did you get started with Tahitian and the dance and all of that?
So actually, I didn't start dancing till I was in high school. But my family has been involved with the Kauai Tahiti Fed. And actually, I've never seen, because this is way, way back. I don't know if I was alive, but my dad started off as one of the drummers for one of actually Tahiti's first drummer. And his sister was a dancer. And I think a few of my aunties since. There's a list. If you look at, when you said you don't know when Kauai Tahiti Fed started, there was a pamphlet and it shows the original people and the original groups that was there. And my dad was one of them, but I don't know the years. And so I was around there, but I've never danced until high school. Until we decided one day we all of a sudden we think we know what we're doing in high school one day. And we started started with a graduation party, and we'll create our own, and then it went from there. And then I started my senior year, I think it was, or I started dancing with Auntie Carol. Kaseo for called Uhotu Hiro Mauhi, I think I got it correct. And that was the last year of Kauai Tahiti Fed. That was in 1999. And that's when I first started. And I actually didn't know what I was doing. Out and entered the competition. And I was fortunate to have won Best Dancer that year. And then from there, that continued. But I've never won Best Dancer anytime recently, because also this body doesn't do that as well.
Yeah, so wanted to just really put our aloha out there to all of the kumu here on Kauai that have continued it, because even I mean, that's how I met Uncle Teitu too, was through Auntie Kapu's group, and at that time it was Ataoi Marama. And maybe you guys like put out some shout outs and say aloha to all the other kumus here on Kauai. I know Wallace Punua still.
Yeah, Uncle Wallace.
Well, Mine is also a teacher of Tahitian dance.
Mine Oliver Martins.
Mine is also
actually
the first, first recipient of the Louise Timitete gold medallion. Maybe I'm wrong, but somebody in Tahiti can correct me. And she was the first to receive that outside of Tahiti, of French Polynesia.
Oh,
the first non-Tahitian.
Wow.
And they actually just I'm piggybacking on what you said earlier about Coco Hota Hota. They also lost Mommy Louise too. So our condolences to the family out there as well for Mommy Louise.
Yeah, so many special kupuna and ohana, you know, that have touched so many of our lives, you know, like again, whether it be here in Hawaii, and you know, I'm sure Leato may know a lot of these people too, and have come to Oahu and other places. So yeah, you know, again, aloha to all our ohana Tahiti, and mahalo for sharing all of this ike with all of us. And so I'm gonna bring up my screen again, and you know, we have two mele that we're gonna be sharing with all of you. And the first one, so I'm gonna let them just say a little bit about it, and then I was thinking maybe we sing it one time, and then on the next few slides we have the chords. So if you get your ukulele and you want to play along, you can too. But yeah, maybe you guys can do a quick introduction on a little bit. I mean, I remember Eriki as well. Maybe say a little bit about Eriki and about this mele.
Sure. Uncle Eriki Marchand actually has played a vital role with the Kauai Tahiti Fit too, with bridging the gap from Tahiti to Kauai. And he's a wonderful artist, and he's very much the type of person who is trying to perpetuate the Maoli arts and the Maohi Hearts in Tahiti. So whenever he goes around throughout Polynesia, he really tries to encourage that from our communities. But he wrote this song talking about this specific place, Maroto, and I'm gonna let Nick carry on from there. Keoua can do that.
So a few years ago, I think Hinano is on here. She brought me to this place. It's Papinoo, the Valley of Papinoo, and the valley is Papinoo, and hopefully I'm saying it correct, but the town is Wharehape, and it's a long, very long journey that brings you all the way up into the center of Tahiti, and it's Maroto is like the spring of the Puna, spring of Pere or Pele, and when you get all the way up into the valley, after an hour's or two drive, you have to take another hour or two hike. That is, it goes up and down, and finally, if you can see on the bottom left, there's the Puna of Pele. Am I supposed to translate the song to at the same time?
No, you want us
No.
to sing it first, and then we
Sharing
can
the
go over it?
mo'olelo is fine.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, don't put me on the spot here.
But it wasn't a long, hard hike, yeah. So
Yeah, it basically they told us, okay, we're gonna go, and we didn't really know what we were doing, and we were on this road, and then all of a sudden it goes to the right. We're like, okay, where are we going? And it just drops down, and it was raining that day, and we were covered in mud, and we actually brought maybe 10 students with us and the two guides. And when you get there, it's really, really beautiful. And as you can see, the water, it literally looks like that.
Yeah.
And it's just peaceful. There's nothing around. Going to Papinoo alone, it's they have the birthstone of Pele. They have the stone of Ane. There's a lot more things there than just the Puna, yeah.
Yeah, Hinano is actually saying a magic place of the goddess Pere.
She brought me there up into Papinoo for the first time.
Wow.
She's actually hosted our family many times when we went to Tahiti.
Oh, nice. Okay, so maybe you can give us some insight into this through the Leo, Vai.
Sure, here we go, everybody. Once again, mahalo, Uncle Eriki. I will try to reach out to him. Hopefully he gets to see this beautiful mele. And thank you to Marchand and Keoua for helping to teach us this thing as well. O maroto, te puna here a pere. Pehono ano tane atua. Engiri no te hora rahura. O maroto, te puna here a pere. Pehono ano tane atua. Engiri no te hora rahura. Te tara pate iti a te pata ano. Vahi orila no te varua. Te tara pate iti a te pata ano. Vahi orila no te varua.
Oh, mahalo.
One day I told you I don't if you guys wonder, I don't sing.
Well,
And I was like, do I mute him or unmute him? Mute him, unmute him.
And I said, Nick is unmute. And I'm like, no, Nick should be back.
like, take the harmony, Hoy. Take the harmony.
No. You're going to get viewers crash.
So that was beautiful. Who came up with the air behind it, the melody?
I believe that was Uncle Eriki. So they have the Haruru Association, that the organization that they have that actually brought the protocol and took care of that whole Wharehape area and going all the way up to that place, Maroto. So he just has such a fond connection to that place. And I guess all of us should. I think that's why it was a good choice that we picked this song, because Pele plays such a prominent role for all of us Polynesians throughout Polynesia. So, you know, and it's a nice way to see the relationship, the unique relationship we have between Tahiti and us.
I want to say that years ago, and I'm not sure what mayor, but they became the sister county. Wharehape and County of Kauai are like sister counties, or
Was Papino'o, yeah.
I'm not too good at my political knowledge, but I know I could have been with Uncle Bernard, or maybe before Uncle Bernard, and then with Uncle Bernard, they signed like a declaration. So that's why they were coming here in addition, the people of Wharehape, with the Hauru Russell.
Okay, and so is Maroto on Tahiti Nui?
Correct, in the middle.
Okay.
Kind of, it's kind of, yes. I should say.
Okay.
There were areas all over from coming to the valley and coming to Papino from different areas. It was like we were told like a refuge center of the volcano. It was like canoes could actually come in from the ocean all the way up.
Okay.
That's what we were told, but the water now, sometimes a kayak can even go through.
Okay.
The water level has really dropped.
So I think this next slide is I put the Hawaiian words.
Hawaiian.
You guys want to say a little bit about Keoua Smith and how that partnership worked?
I think I'm not too certain, but I do know that they had all worked together with our wonderful halau here, halau Kalemuki Hana Olena Ala, and he does so much stuff for them. And they learned Maroto too when they went to Tahiti, and when they came back, that was the translation that they got from.
That's what created it. Yeah.
Right.
So do you sing this with the same melody as well, in the same way?
The same air, yeah, the same way. Oh. I can play that one for you too.
Sure, please do.
Well, I'll just go 1 times 3. Okay, makalalahan pa here we go. O Maroto, kapuna aloha pere, ay naulubehi no Kaneakua, le ohuno Keoua Kaneakua, Kimula, O Maroto, kapuna aloha pere, ay naulubehi no Kaneakua, le ohuno Keoua Kaneakua. Alamo ina ike ahu aloha Rahi hula hula muka uhane Okay, short version.
Wow,
but it's a beautiful
I love that
with
strum at the end.
Yeah.
Is there a name for that strum? Do you know by any chance?
You know, I wish I knew. I don't know what it is. It's the Tahitian ending.
Yeah.
Maybe take it to us.
Everybody ends their songs like that over here.
Right. Right. And then so when this is performed, is it like performed as like a huroa, a parima style?
Okay, I think I gotta answer that. Chanel's the key.
I'm like, go ahead, Nicholas.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, if it's a song, it's an aparima. So I know you're a little bit confused with the ahuroa or ahupurotu. That was something, and this is just what I was taught. This was something that I don't want to quote the person's name because I could be wrong.
I think it's
Roiti. Correct. When she came here to Hawaii, they were asking her what kind of dance that was, and it is an aparima, with the floor. But she said ahu purotu because ahu is a dress. Yeah, purotu. Ahu. Yeah, a beautiful dress.
Beautiful dress.
A long dress. So it kind of, I think the name was created in Hawaii as ahuroa. So when you dance at ahuroa here, it's only for women that in the category, but it's not really a category like the Hawaii Tahiti. So anytime that this would be danced, I would say it's an aparima.
Okay. Oh, mahalo. See, we're learning a little bit about the dance as well, and besides the song. So I think I put it into different slides, but I don't know. I was just wondering, maybe is there any more you guys would like to share about this part of the mo'olelo?
Well,
go ahead, Keoua.
When the people of the children of Parihate came, we hosted them one night and fed them one night. They actually took care of us and my group and my family. We went to this place before going to Maroto, we actually went to Papino in the valley. And the people here are extremely, extremely, like, they did everything for us. It was just overwhelming for us that we had the opportunity to go from the ocean, because in order to get to Maroto, we had to go to the ocean and do a protocol at the ocean and go to the first marae to get permission to enter to the next level. Then go to the next marae we went to, and then cross through the ocean, not the ocean, I'm sorry, the stream, and then come up. And then we were now formally welcomed into the Valley of Papino'o. And then you can get to Maroto. So it's not something that anybody can really just go, to be honest. I mean, I don't really want to sit if they have tours or anything, because I don't really know. And we were just offered that by the people and the families to go in. So the opportunity wasn't something that I think anybody just random, we're going to go hit it, So, we're very appreciative for them bringing us not only from Wharehape, but to all the different stages, and then taking it further into Maroto.
Mm.
And the water, exactly like that, is exactly like that, and it gets even more clear.
Okay, and actually we were able to by them shared all of the words and the chords and stuff, and we actually put it in a PDF that we will have on our schedule link, so you can always go there and download it. But yeah, maybe let's go to the next slide. And if you guys have any questions, please pop it into the chat and let us know if you have any Nino.
Don't make it hard questions, okay?
Oh, I know what I was going to ask with that last one, because I think it's connected to the name of your group, the word Ovidi.
My group is Uira.
Oh, Uira, see? Well, Anolike. I was like, oh, okay, Uira, okay.
Well,
But we did find some sort of significance to some extent, because of, they're talking about the god Kaneakua, but of course his last name is Kaneakua, so it was like, whoa, it's kind of cool to just make those little Hawaiiana actions.
No, I was gonna ask that when I saw the Hawaiian here. I was like, is there like a play on words here with Kaneakua and the Ohana name?
It's telling me just go home.
To Tahiti.
Yeah.
As soon as the lockdown is done, I do really want to go back. And I know Hawaiian Airlines has stopped flights for over 3 months, I think, right now. So we can't go visit anybody for 3 months. And it's good for everybody's safety.
Okay. Yeah. Any other manao on this verse or more about the mo'olelo? So your group dances this is this one of your key mele that you normally do?
No. So we were, every night we gather pop in to eat, and the women was mostly women that were part of the Haururu Association, and we would sing every night. And they actually, in the next mele that Chanel is going to present, they said, oh, actually we learned our song before, and then they said, oh, we want your song, and they told us, oh, what song do you want? Any one of them in the book. And so we actually, did we choose these ones? I think we chose to learn these songs.
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah, was weird. Like we said, oh, we're gonna flip through the pages, and then boom, it's end up on this.
And so they didn't give it to us.
Kind of interesting.
But we could use their song. I don't really like to teach it too much because sometimes I don't like to overdo songs, and then everybody wants to, oh, what about this? Where's that? And I'm not like not trying to hide out Maroto, but then sometimes you do so much stuff and everybody wants to go. So we kind of don't teach it up, but we did teach it recently to the kids, and they were like,
yeah, we taught it at Kanui Kopono.
Okay. So maybe like, because I'm thinking as you said that, you know, kind of like, you know, here in Hawaii when they have that like 100 places you gotta go see, you know, like, I mean, I mahalo that you guys shared this about Maroto and that mo'olelo behind it, but it's sounding like, I mean, you know, if you're gonna go visit Tahiti and wanting to visit Maroto, make sure you go with a host and that they are bringing you in and doing it in the right way. Would you guys agree with that?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Or just look at the picture and enjoy it.
Exactly.
I mean, it does hold that kind of sanctity because of the regard that it's holding for, you know, Pere. And like they told us straight, if you're not capable of walking in, you're not invited to go into Maroto. And I mean, they told me straight, I said, I already know my role. I'm sitting here and then I'm going to wait tickets come back.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful place and a beautiful mele that, you know, Uncle Eriki haku in honor of Pere and the birthplace of Pere. So that was awesome.
Mahalo. Yeah, and kind of like what Kainani shared in her presentation, and you know, just through some of the experiences, it's like sometimes our way to travel to these areas is really through the mele, that you experience the place through the mele, and then through you guys sharing this mo'olelo with us, and then also of course with the dancers, when we're able to see the dance happening, that becomes a part of that experience too, which sometimes that gotta be just as good as going there in person, because not all of us are blessed, you know. And what do you call? Hinano says, of course, Tania too is the same name as Kaneakua. Nick is blessed. And we also have Lelehune, I believe is one of the haumana at Ānuenue, and it says Lelehune is ho'okani'ing. So loving it.
We are all right.
Yeah, got some musicians out there.
Hey.
You guys want to do it one more time, or should we hold a
Fabulous.
One more time.
Sure, we go do it one more time, and I go do the Tahitian into the Makolelo
Okay.
Hawaii.
Picking up.
You go dance them too. Okay, I'm ready for you. And my ukulele is flat a little bit.
Oh, mahalo. That was beautiful.
Mahalo.
Okay, look. Oh, I had a couple more slides like that. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to see if there was any questions about this mele before we go on to the next one. And we're getting a lot of compliments for charming us with your nice voice, your Leo Nahe.
Oh, mahalo nui.
Yeah, so any questions on Maroto before we move on to our next mele?
You know, there is a model like a puna pele in Hawaii too, and they told us, and I don't know it, but if somebody does know it, and they have a same one here in Hawaii.
Okay.
Maloko.
I don't know the name. They were telling us about it, but sometimes I'm too much worried about learning Tahitian. I forgot to learn the one in Hawaii.
Ole Pilikia, that's okay. We're gonna make that our ha'avina for today.
There we
Find
go.
out.
Probably knows it.
We'll
Very
find
good.
out too. Yeah, if you know, you can put them in the chat, and if not, we'll go find out, and then we can put them in on the Facebook. So aloha to all our ohana that's joining us live on Facebook. I see, close to 100 people tuning in there on Facebook Live, and of course, this is being recorded, so we'll be able to, more people will be able to watch this and learn. And so I'm excited to hear a little bit more about Ori Uvira and this mele because you guys collaborated on this one.
Okay, so I think it was in 2009. We entered the Hawaii Kauai, and we didn't. I think, well, actually, I still don't. I shouldn't say I know what I was doing, but I was still very much young and learning about how to present my theme of Oritaiti to the Hawaii Kauai. So I was like, I'm gonna write a song. Obviously, I don't know how to sing. I know that, right? Okay, so if you see it's the music is by Chanel Flores and Cheryl Pogofi. It talks about a little bit of who I am, and it talks about my great grandfathers came from Papete, Tahiti. So it's saying basically when the sun is rising. It's not like talking about literally the sun, but it's like a new time. It's a new day, and that we come from Hawaii, is the mystical place in the heavens of Polynesians. And if I'm not mistaken, whenever we leave our old home, we name the new place of our old place. So that's why Hawaii is the heavens, and there's many places. And then now look, we have Hawaii. So it's not the same thing as Hawaii in Tahitian. It's Hawaii is the mystical place, and it's a place where all our ancestors came from. And if you look, it talks about like a white bird. It's not any white bird. It was just a bird to me. Every time I would drive in this area to visit my kids, there's always the white bird. I think it's called the tawake bird or koae. Is that what the long tail?
Yeah, koae.
I used to feel it was just very peaceful for me. So it's not really anything but something for me that I felt. So every time I saw that, I felt that it was a sign of peace. And basically, we're saying that this is our dance of Oriwira, and we're just here to share who we are. And we were came from Hawaii, Hawaii, and then my family came from Papete and came to Hawaii, and we still are researching and trying to learn that. And basically, we just here to dance, and that's it. No dramas, no problem. We just want to share with you who we are, Oriwira. Oriwira means Ori means to dance, and Uira, the V is silent, as the way I was taught, and was given the name by Uncle Tetu. And Ori is to dance, and Uira is like electricity, so it's a lot of lightning. So it's like, recently we had lightning. So when had the lightning on Kauai, we were all like this, so all excited to watch. So it was supposed to create the same excitement of our Ori, which is our dance. But I am not going to announce yet, but that is only being kept at our school. And when I go to the Heva, I'm coming as a different name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be. It's going to be announced this year.
Oh, okay.
And we'll Oriwira just the school,
Yeah.
And so we did the song, and it became actually when we did it was just for that year's theme, and we didn't even know anything how far we would be today with the group right now, and actually it became our our school song, our theme song for who we are. And every time we go, we do that. And back to the other place of Wharehape, when we came the first night, we didn't see the family. The next day, they brought us to a house, and all the kids were and the families were singing this song as a surprise for us. So it just became now like, and then I think everywhere we go, this is what we do. We just sing. This is our to-go song. So
Yeah.
it started off just like that, and now it's where it is today.
Right. That's how meles happen, right? I mean, even here for our Hawaiian mele. So Vi, what was your process of once it got written and then putting the music to it? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was kind of crazy to some extent because we kind of wrote it and haku'd the music part at the same time. But I guess we was kind of, the synergy was good at that moment because we was both feeling that this is a new beginning. And this mele is perfect because it's relevant to right now too. Like with what we're experiencing at this current time in our lives, it's kind of a new day is dawning upon us. And so having that being written with Keoua, that's kind of how we always just bounce back off of each other. Like, okay, how about this? Or how about this?
It was like, right, put the music, and as soon as she did one verse, I'm like, oh, I got the motions,
Yeah. And I'm like, you gotta help me with this because by no means, which I must have to like put it out there right now, is that I'm not claiming myself as a Tahitian expert whatsoever, but I will always, and all of us as resource teachers and whatnot, and Kumbu out there, is we'll make sure we get our information from the right spot and the right places. So, to pay tribute to them, me and Keoua did plenty work on this, and Cheryl, but it really just came out like that. Was kind of like just something had just, sometimes that's how it is when you haku something. It's just something take over you, and it was meant to be. It was almost like the tupuna took over, and that was it. That's what came out,
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
And when was this written?
In 2009.
Oh, 2009. So kind of long already. It has a life of its own now.
It has a life of its own.
I kind of went around the world.
Yeah.
And now it's going globally on Lei Ānuenue.
We are.
I'm probably gonna get a text maybe from Hinano. I'm gonna correct some of these.
Yeah.
So we would love to hear your beautiful voice again and hear what this music and mele sounds like.
Sure. Here is Ori Uvira. Ori Uvira E. There's the ending again.
Nice. Hinano saying Ori mai e Keoua.
Oh my God, mahalo, mahalo.
And tell us who's in this picture with you, Vi and Eriki.
Oh, so that is Ika's sister. That's Lena Ala Kaimina Awal. She comes with us on our travels too, and she helped us be the binder between Keoua and I and all of us.
She's the one that scolds me.
Yeah.
Well, her mom was a very respected, you know, kumu in her own right, you know, that kind of was, you know, and, you know, was always an inspiration. So aloha
Oh
to
yes.
Ohana
Her mom
too.
is still scolding me.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we all had somewhat claim through Uncle Titu some way, somehow, yeah?
Yep, for sure. For
Like
sure.
we all descended from Uncle Titu some way, somehow. So that's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Uncle Titu worked it here on Kauai for sure.
Oh yeah.
And there was a comment here. These two work great together. Sometimes it starts with a dream. Sometimes it starts with the move, emotion. In the end, we come.
I think that
I'll
was
text
Ika's
her
sister.
in the middle of the night. I'm like,
That's
sister,
Auntie Kulei's daughter.
yes, and we'll send her things like that. She always gets a
Oh,
side note because I
cool,
forget a lot.
cool. So, oh well, I put this on here. Oh, and look, we got a different picture over here. Oh my
That's
God.
not me.
That's not him. That's Kala. But
That's
Kala
Kala.
is a dancer too. From well, that's
Also,
cool that we
all
put
that
that because
stuff
Kauai
from-
Tahiti Fete was also run by Auntie Carol Castillo. Everybody remember her from
Yeah.
back in the day. We lost her as well too a few years back. And Kala is also a dancer from Auntie Carol, and Nick was too with Nu'uhotu Hiroa Maohi, all of us. Many moons ago.
Yeah. You know who just popped into my head is Auntie Keala as well.
Yes, that's right, Auntie Kiala.
Auntie Keala,
Auntie Kiala was very much make sure your hand is
yeah.
straight. It's all about stretch.
You know, I'm very fortunate that
Oh,
body, so I never have to. Well, I dance for Auntie Cara only. That's it. And she, yeah, and her and Auntie Miley was kind of me, but I didn't get the opportunity that all you guys had. So I'm kind of lucky. I danced a little bit for Blaine, Kia, a little bit hula, and I had a hard time. I was getting scolding a lot. My uehe and my paoti was getting mixed up, and so I did a little bit. And then I danced for Auntie Helani Yun for a little, but that was kind of hard. I would walk up, my legs would fall down. Yeah, I had a hard time with hula.
Okay. So let's see if we yeah, I think you kind of went through some of the words and the mana'o behind it. And where's this picture from?
Okay. You guys want the real story or the short story? Okay. So it was my birthday, and I Chanel and a bunch of friends of ours threw this fabulous party for me on the island of Kauai a couple years back. And then the next year, it never was too good of a birthday. Next year, never have party. So I was, I was just being going through andropause, we can call it. Yeah, it's male. And so they went and did a surprise one night. We went. This is, I think, in Tarabi. It's a bar outside down in downtown Papete, and then everybody came with all these leis and stuff.
It's all our friends from Tohuhina. Aloha Tohuhina.
And I just love those tiare leis, yeah. And so it was like surprise. I was like, oh my gosh! And so that was why I have all those leis on, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I was dancing or
You probably were.
Yeah.
I know. I love all the lei. Like when you go to the marché right there, you get, right outside, you can just get any, like a lei po'o or all these beautiful thick leis. I used to really love it.
Wait, what is Hinano?
That's a good question. What was your
can
first?
Can you tell us about your first heiva ito'ata a couple of years ago?
Oh, okay. So when I first came to Tahiti, we stayed with Hinano, and she introduced me to different places of the island. We went, but I never did dancing. And I came back again, and I think I went to Macau one day. Hinano also brought me to the conservatoire, but I never really got to dance as much as I thought I thought I was gonna. So I ended up meeting Moon, which is the granddaughter of Luis, and Moon is a teacher at the conservatoire, and I got to meet Moon, and she said, she calls me Nick. Okay, so she said, Nick, you're gonna do the heiva, and I'm like, oh, okay, not thinking I could do it. Back in 1999, Chanel, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not that old, but okay. We used to watch there's an Otahitia performing.
Right.
And I used to be like, oh, I wish I could be. I mean, it was just not thinking it was possible. And I didn't know anything. And we were able to, with Tohiva, Moon is the chef of the group. And I actually didn't a lot of time there. I went in, practiced for like a week and learned stuff through the video. And then I had to come back, and in a week of the Heva, I had to get all my costumes, do everything. And the experience alone, I mean, just being able to dance with a group that big, just to be a part of everything. I didn't understand a lot of stuff that was being said because it was in French, but I started to learn little French words. And the experience alone, we talked about Tereo was her theme. And without your reo, you don't have your hiroa, which is your culture. So that was the whole thing. It's same in Hawaii and Tahiti. They're both forbidden at one time to speak.
Maui saying in 2017.
2017.
That was the year that you had danced.
Who's saying that? Maui?
Maui. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Maui's on there. And, I've never been on the Tuata stage, and we never practiced on that stage. And we practiced at different places in Tahiti, and I didn't really know what to expect. And then we get to the Tuata, and it's very calm and mellow, and it's very huge, and the dancers are on the one side. You won't even see them, and I'm on the stage left side, and the curtain opens up, and it's just once the curtains open up, I mean, I'm a really small person, people, so nobody probably saw me in the back row, but I was there, and it just opens up, the light goes on, and the show just starts, and I actually didn't really get to feel a lot about the show, and until the end when we started to sing, when I actually was able to realize where I'm at and feel the experience that I'm having, and actually be like. And it gets kind of emotional on stage for me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm on stage. Like, I didn't realize I was on stage.
Yeah.
I'm talking too fast, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, not everybody knows what Toata is like. And I've been to the Heva before, but would you say it's similar to the Merry Monarch stage, or what can people in Hawaii?
I've never been. Okay, so for people who from a halau here, the dream is I'm going to be Miss Aloha Hula. I'm going to get to the stage. I wish we had a Mr. Aloha Hula, because in Tahiti they have a best male and female dancer. Just putting it out there, but I don't know that feeling. To be honest, I don't have a desire to dance on the Merry Monarch stage, because that's not my thing. But my thing was to be on the Tuata stage, and be part of the Heva, and it's to celebrate and learn my culture as well as stuff that I don't really know, and as a group leader here, I'm able to take stuff that I'm learning and being there, and I I would say probably be the same feeling, but I've never been on the Merry Monarch stage. It's a lot bigger than the Merry Monarch stage, I know. We do dance, and I think it's like 45 minutes their presentation, and so we are doing multiple costume changes, and I was the best dancer to look around. I did a lot of good eye viewing, because it was like going from one end of the stage to the other end of the stage, and then I didn't know where I was going to exit, and they're like, all I could hear is Nick, and I just follow the boys, and most of them were, didn't really speak a lot of English. So I just had to follow on their hand motions and Nick, and it gets so crazy.
Yeah.
But then at the end, it's so worth it. You
guys came in third place in Hura Avatao, right? The best
no.
Best great costume, best creativity instrument band.
Are you reading?
For that group that he danced with. Yeah, Maui telling. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, Maui. But it was just, and then after you're done, it's like, wow, it's done. And then I sometimes I brought my costumes home, because and I took pictures, and I was in my salon, and I was like, I was at the Heva, this is me at the Heva, and then there was a promotional video, and I would go with this I'm like, "Can you guys see me? That's me." And I spent like a good month or two trying to tell the world that I was at the Heva because I was just excited to be there. I often continue to watch being on the watch the YouTube video of me of the whole performance. I don't think I watch anybody else's one day. I just like to watch that one because it's my first and maybe I was thinking maybe my only, but somebody said maybe I can come back next year. So
Whoa.
I'm hoping to come back next year, but probably just to help do costume. It's really hard. And the people there work really hard to dance, and it's an everyday practice. And it's not like they have halls like, oh, just sometimes you got to practice in like
parking lot,
and it's not the best on your feet. I didn't have shoes, and that was really painful the first time. I didn't know. We don't practice with shoes here. I didn't have knee pads. I had to practice bring knee pads and shoes, and I had to get used to dancing for the practices like that. And these people, they I don't know how they do it, but they work really hard to get there to dance nightly. And these people work too. They got to get their costumes and all for 45 minutes, just like the Merry Monarch. But by doing it, it's perpetuating, and they're learning their culture too, and the culture continues. And during the Heva, I think we only know that at the Heva Tahiti. Sorry, I'm gonna talk a lot, you guys, okay? But you guys only think you guys have the dance, but there's also the himene, and I don't want to say too much because I'm not knowledgeable about everything, but Hinano can probably name. But there's different types of himene that they're also presenting at the Tuata as well, that people are singing. And I know Hinano's been part of that. There's throughout the day at the museum, there's like rock lifting. There's also when you ever see them carry like the fruits. So there's all these different competitions that are happening and throughout the time of the Heva. And I think it's only like a Wednesday when you're dancing at the Tuata, might be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, depending on a group.
Yeah.
And if you win, guess what? You win. I think they announce it whenever they announce it. I think on a Wednesday. I think Thursday might be a day nothing's happening, and then Friday and Saturday, those winners have to come back and perform their winning. So if you made your costumes in the beginning of the Heva, your vegetal costumes, guess what? You're gonna remake all your costumes again. So you also have another opportunity to take a stage one more time. If we wait for you next year. I will. I told Moon that I'm gonna come back. Talk to her. So you actually get to do it again, and it's amazing. And now it's televised too, and you can find it on the internet. But you know what? It's never too late because I think 17, 18, I was like 34 years old, and this was a dream that I wanted to be on that stage. I think we were in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Coco also helped to facilitate some of how Heva Irino became or put together the competition as well. And so the last few times that I was able to MC that event and Coco was there as a judge, I started to see like normally it was just the Otea competition, the Aparima, it was all just separate. And everybody had time for change clothes and then do the next one. But no, it became like that, a 30 or 45-minute presentation. And you get people just running off and coming back on and telling the whole story. And so for us as like the MCs and the Leo Alakai, we, luckily the groups would do their fact sheets and that would tell us the whole mo'olelo. And so we would kind of explain that to the audience and so that they kind of know what's coming up. And I really liked it. It was a really good approach to it.
They do that in Tahiti as well. And I think it's in Tahitian first, then French, and I think English. Okay. So here on Kauai, unfortunately, it's not. And it's the style that just always been Otea, Aparima, Ahupurotu drumming, and 101 soloists. Right. In you don't have the 101 soloists, you have your group, and they have all these different things they have to present in their presentation, including their best male and best female dancer. And it's all part of your theme and everything that goes on. Here in 2009, we tried to put our ote and the aparimo together, but we only have 25 minutes, and it's really hard.
Okay. So I know we're getting close to the end of our time, and so maybe Vi, you can take us one more time through this mele.
Sure. Mahalo again, everybody, for joining us, and aloha and yorana to our ohana in Tahiti, and everybody across the way from Florida, Alaska, wherever you guys are. And thank you, Kanai Okana and Tita Malia. I had never known that we all have the Ori Tahiti link somewhere in there. Here's Ori Ubira one more time. And I think I put the wrong chords on that one that we have on there, so I have to send the correct one now. Hawaii no te te mauta ata o Hawaii tamari o Tahiti mai te mani te a te tapa o te ha te mauta ata o Hawaii tamari o Tahiti o to mako no te ori urira o to mako no te ori urira no te ori urira
Oh, there's that drum. Yay! Maururu! That's how we say thank you. Mahalo. And yeah, before I kind of wrap us up here, do you guys have some last words or mahalos to share with anyone out there?
Okay, so I just like to say mahalo for inviting Chanel, and Chanel invited me and asked me to present one of my songs. This is my first webinar, I think. Yeah, I don't know if it's yours too, Chanel, but this is my first. I was really nervous, but I woke up, I went to sleep. I woke up, I went to sleep. I woke up, I went to sleep. But mahalo for allowing us to be here and present and share our songs with you guys. And also wanted to mahalo the people of Tahiti that every year that from when I first started going, taking care of us and my family and now friends, and constantly giving us a platform to be inspired to come back and teach our dancers here on Kauai.
Mahalo. Vai?
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on that too and say mahalo to all of our ohana and friends in Tahiti and across the world who's practicing Ori Tahiti and keeping the culture, the Polynesian cultures alive, because we connect so much to different parts of Polynesia. But all of our friends, Moon, love you, sister, bonjour, monsieur, and Waimea, Teravai, Nui, and also one big mahalo to just all the Ori Tahiti groups out there, the Pupu Ori out there that are still going strong, like our friends on Oahu from Tivaiura Nui. Oh, I get plenty of them, but I kind of go all down the list. But mahalo Nui. And mahalo Kanai Okana.
Yeah, mahalo. It was our pleasure to have you guys. Mahalo Nui. And yeah, I'm just gonna put out a kahea if you guys can kokua us and do a short survey. We usually do this at the end of our episodes, and there's just a few questions on there. We look forward to hearing from all of you and telling us, you know, what you think about the session, so we can always get better. And oh, look, fabulous.
Yeah.
I wanted to share with all of you because we had ho'opa'aris. And Anakala Kimo Alama Keo Lana will be joining us tomorrow at Hola Ava. So 9 o'clock, come back and join us at kanayokana.net/kakahiaka. And I'm trying to, I have a few more meetings today that I'm going to be solidifying the schedule for next week. And actually one of those sessions that because I saw some discussions online and they were like, oh, what are some natural dyes that we can use and make with our keiki for Easter and things like that. So we got working with a few of our friends to come online next week. Maybe even an inamona making class if you want to learn that. And I wanted to since we were saying alohas earlier, I wanted to also say aloha to Nick's mom, Auntie Nalani, because she's a powerhouse too out there for all of our community, teaching so many people about limu, and then she's been weaving and she's been sewing the mask, and she make onokai and aipono, so. Oh, wait, I'm gonna unmute you. What you was gonna say?
Put her on the webinar to go teach.
I know, I had sent one kono to her and Lei. I was like, can you guys do something on limu maybe? That would be really interesting.
Well, right now the ocean is rough and some of the baskets are going to go check next week.
Okay.
That would be an amazing one. They're fabulous with that thing. Yes.
I mean, there's so many good people. So yeah, if you're interested in coming on to one of our sessions, you can connect with us. On Facebook, you can look for Kanayokana, and that's where we usually put all of our information out. On Instagram, we also have a website. You can connect with me on Facebook as well, Malia Nobriga Oliveira, and we'll totally fit you into our schedule. We're looking for all kinds of fun things to do with everyone. So again, Vahi Mahalo, Yaoko Pakahi, and also to our presenters. And that's a wrap for today. So Maruru.